Welcome back to ESCMID Television. We're now with a very distinguished guest at this year's ESCMID Congress, Professor Thierry Calandra from Lausanne in Switzerland, who of course is this year's winner of the ESCMID Award for Excellence in Clinical Microbiology and Infectious Diseases. The professor has just had the award presented to him shortly before his keynote address on sepsis. So I have to welcome you first, Professor, and ask you, how did it feel, firstly, to receive the award for excellence this year?
Well, I'm extremely honored, of course. This is a very prestigious award and quite unique, in fact, from the society. As I said, I'm the lucky one this year. People said, well, you deserve it. I said, a lot of people deserve it within the society.
And a lot of hard work went into getting that as well.
Yes, but just happened to be the lucky one this year.
This year. Well, congratulations on the award.
Well, thank you very much.
Your paper presented here on sepsis this year was standing room only. I know because I was outside trying to get in. The hall was packed, so there must have been 200 people. Health and safety were saying, we're sorry, we cannot let any more people in. Did you feel like a rock star up there?
Not at all, not at all. It was a lot of fun to talk about what we have been doing, and I say we, all together with investigators in the field worldwide to try to improve the outcome of individuals who develop this very severe complication of infection that we call sepsis.
So what was the essence, sir, of your presentation? What did you want the audience most to walk away understanding?
Well, first of all, that we have to make the public aware of these very severe complications, which is rising, but not to the level that we would wish to. If you go and interview a layman about what sepsis is, in most countries, they don't know what it is. And for us, this is this dysregulated response of your body upon an infection that is associated with high and elevated deaths, unfortunately. Indeed. And this is preventable deaths if we make people aware of it and they come to healthcare system faster, or we as doctors and helping teams are able to recognize it faster. And this is another message. We have to be faster with recognition. We have new tools, new definitions, new clinical criteria to try to improve the detection. And the clock is ticking. We have to work within a minutes to hour time window to try to decrease the complication. And this is what I tried to highlight. And then I went into the pathogenesis. How do we develop this very severe and highly lethal, unfortunately, complication through different kind of activation of our immune response and highlighting potential targets with the hope that we can do better in the future than what we have been doing. But the good news is the mortality associated to it is decreasing.
Good.
But we have a margin for improvement, and I've tried to highlight various areas in which we could develop these novel approaches to try to be better.
I mean, the audience size was amazing, so perhaps more interest growing in the field of sepsis in its own particular regard this year.
I hope so.
Excellent.
Typically, this is a topic which is, of course, of great interest for emergency room and department specialists, intensive care unit specialists. We have to make ward doctors, nurses, and practitioners, including paramedics before the hospital, more aware of this entity so that we can intervene faster.
The entire ESCMID program is, of course, quite complex. Do you feel there was enough emphasis on your own chosen subject matter of sepsis at this particular Congress?
Well, there is indeed emphasis on clinical research, laboratory research. How can we identify new targets, but also to new therapies, new antibiotics, new diagnostics. So there is a lot of emphasis here at ESCMID about new tools that may help us to detect faster.
Excellent.
the complication.
And you've certainly contributed to the overall conversation. Once again, Professor, congratulations on your award. Thank you for your presentation, and an honor to have you here on ESCMID TV.
Well, thank you very much for the invitation. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.